11 for their 7th straight victory. He's a matchup problem, Pelicans coach Willie Green said. He just attacks. And when he attacks like he does, he's just tough to cover. It's incredible what he can do. CJ McCollum added 29 for the Pelicans, who beat the Suns, playing without star guard Devin Booker because of left hamstring tightness, for the second time in 3 days and won for the 12th time in their last 14 games as they've surged to the Western Conference South. So for us to get 2 back-to-back wins against them, that's big for our confidence. Deandre Ayton had 28 points and 12 rebounds for Phoenix, but fouled out on Williamson's drive with New Orleans clinging to a 2-point lead in the final minute of regulation. Williamson and Naji Marshall each made only one of 2 free throws in the final 36 seconds of the fourth quarter, allowing Chris Paul to tie it with a pull-up jumper with 2.8 seconds to go. The game went to overtime after Williamson's mid-range jumper rimmed out at the horn, but Paul joined Ayton on the bench after fouling out with 2:52 to go in the extra period. Paul initially appeared to have drawn a foul on a missed three-pointer, but the Pelicans challenged the call. On video review, officials ruled that Paul kicked out his right leg into Williamson. The Pelicans then scored 6 straight on McCollum's step-back jumper, Marshall's late shot clock finger roll and McCollum's floater off the glass to take the lead for good and send the Suns to a 5th loss in 6 games. Let it slide off. Realize it's a long season, Paul said about the Suns' recent swoon. We know we definitely have to get better and right some things here. But it's not do or die yet. Marshall finished with 16 points and fellow reserve Larry Nance Jr. had 15 points, 4 steals and 2 late blocks for New Orleans. That's a team that, we're trying to get to their level, Nance said about the Suns. They've been to the finals. We're trying to pass them so they're a really good gauge for us to measure ourselves. Williamson, whose highlights included an alley-oop dunk in transition and driving, off-balance layups while being fouled, tied his season high in points after also scoring 35 on Frida. Mikal Bridges scored 27 points for Phoenix. Payne had 17 and Paul assisted on 11 baskets. New Orleans used a 27-9 run, during which Williamson and McCollum each scored 7, to open a 90-75 lead in the third quarter. But the Suns cut it to 98-93 by the end of the period, with Payne hitting a 3, a layup and 2 free throws during an 18-8 spurt. New Orleans maintained a narrow lead for most of the fourth quarter until Torrey Craig, who scored 14, hit a 3 to tie it at 111 with 2:48 to go. We were undermanned and we saw different guys giving everything they can, Suns coach Monty Williams said.